It's about to get Gabby AF.
We bout to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. We bout to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Gabby AF. We got a lot to talk about, guys. I'm going to dive right into it. The fucking New Day breaking up. I'm cursing right away. Cursing right away because I'm so disappointed. Listen, Xavier, I kind of saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen. We've seen the build. We've seen the rage. But Kofi Kingston, that was my guy. I used to say all the time, there's no way he's going to do it. He's the sweetheart. He's the nice one. He's going to talk sense into Xavier when they try to turn on poor Biggie. Big E, man. Are you kidding? I broke my heart. I literally said, holy shit, watching it because I knew there was going to be something going on. I think we all knew something was going to happen with the New Day. Especially Big E coming in. It was the anniversary of them. We knew there was bound to be some kind of ripple in this faction that we've grown to love for so long and as long as we have. But for them both to turn, I was a little shocked by it. I think it was genius because my thing is, if there is a chance that Big E can come back into the ring, God willing, hopefully, obviously we'd all love to see it. And they've now beaten him down to this person who's by himself and he's so upset because these men who were his brothers, his best friends, everything that he thought were going to be there for him through everything, turn on him and they start this heel run. Just imagine the pop if he enters the Royal Rumble in 2025. You hear Big E's music hit, he comes walking out, and the two of them are like shitting themselves in the ring. That's what I want to see happen because justice for Big E. But I will say this. Nothing popped me more than the support that Big E got from his girlfriend on Twitter, reaming out the two bastards that turned on her boyfriend. Because if there's not love like that for me in the world, I don't want it, Tony. I don't want it at all. Because Mia Yim's sister, who we all know is dating Big E, obviously, took to social media and kind of the tweets that she made against these two that have turned on the love of her life, her boyfriend, who they just bought a beautiful house together. They were planning, to have these guys over. She was going to cook them their favorite meals, turn on him like that. And she has to watch it sitting at home. I would do the same thing if I were her. It's a disgrace. And I kind of saw it with Xavier. I'm disappointed in Kofi, I will say. I thought he was better than that. I was waiting for him to try to get in between and then Xavier to turn on them both because we knew he was going to be evil. But Kofi, I think Kofi's just mad about the whole Brock thing and he hasn't gotten over it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, no, definitely maybe a little bit of bitterness for how his
bitter
gone since Brock squashed him and took that title off of him.
Get over it.
Heartbreaking moments in pro wrestling. 10 years. I mean, the New Day, you never thought they were going to break up. And yeah, to have them turn on Big E. I mean, the guy, had a life-threatening injury and may never wrestle again. And to attack him so ruthlessly, Jesus, talk about just an incredibly just devastating moment for the WWE fan base.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I don't know what Big E's doctors say. Obviously, they had to make something kind of happen. Big E's very much missed on TV, in the ring, everything. It's been a while. So I get it. It's a celebration. You want to make waves. You want to make news. But I didn't see coming that it was going to be a double heel turn on Big E. I did think that Kofi would step in a little bit and then it would kind of be a rivalry between Kofi and Xavier because I thought that's something that could sell to me as a crazy feud. You have these two, that love each other and have done all these things together and Kofi stands by his boy Big E and Xavier's the evil one and now you have good versus evil and, I think the WWE universe would be more than happy to get behind Kofi as this major babyface sticking up for his friend that broke his neck against Xavier, who's evil and wants all the good things for himself. So I get it. They have them together now being a heel tag team, I guess. But it's hard for me to get behind. I will say it's hard for me to see. It's very difficult for me to see Kofi as a heel. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's other people as well. I don't know also why it's easy for me to see Xavier being kind of an ass, but it's hard for me to see Kofi. Kofi's
he's always been kind of an ass with the trumpet and the cereal. I mean, we enjoyed him. He was a joyful ass, throwing pancakes at people. I mean, really, No, Kofi, I mean, man, he's been in WWE. Oh, God, going back to what, like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
He's ever really shown this side of himself. He's always been, smiling and shaking babies' hands and waving to the crowd. And now we're gonna get to see if a little bit of edge maybe revitalizes his career.
I don't know.
I mean, the New Day definitely have been over the last couple of years. I would say in a rut. I mean, they're probably the greatest WWE tag team of all time, but it's been a while since they've done anything momentous on television. So
Yeah.
maybe it's time to, you know what, stop placating to the fans, you know, start
Listen,
worrying about themselves. And maybe Big E, maybe they were hanging on to that, that brotherhood a little too tight. Sometimes you got to let go, right?
yeah. Listen, it, things change, right? There's no friends in what is it? There's no friends in baseball. There's no friends in pro wrestling. Like you can't trust anyone nowadays. That's what I've learned because if 10 years of a friendship and a bond can be broken that quickly, by the way, because he got injured and had to sit at home and he tried very hard to come back and you literally told him like you ain't shit. Like I was injured too and I came back and you don't care about me, which is insane. But what I took from this is if you don't have the loving relationship that Big E has with his woman standing up for him on social media, then you don't have a real relationship. Even Mia Yim jumping in on it too, because that's her sister, which I absolutely love. I fucking love Mia Yim. Mi Chin, sorry, I keep, but I love that she stands up for it as well. Like I think putting these kinds of things on social media only elevates. She got like 1.3 million views on like her tweets calling them out. And she's not even a wrestler. You know what I mean? She's so like I love this shit. I think putting it on social media makes it even better because it's hitting people in a more real emotional kind of way. But yeah, I think that shocked. I mean, we're still talking about it during the week. That was like the number one thing that happened. So if there was anything to revitalize these guys, this is what it's going to be. But I will say, I hope and pray if it could happen and Biggie shows up at the Rumble in some kind of way would be epic in the sense of,
Oh, the
a
crowd,
return
the
for
crowd
him.
explosion if you
I
hear
know.
it's a new. Well, I don't know. He can't. He's not
Oh,
going
that's what I'm saying. It would have to be different music because it's not a new day. It's a new day for him to beat the shit
maybe
out of
it's
his
Big
new
E's
day.
day. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but you
I
hear
don't
that
know.
and you see
I
him
think
come
it would have
out.
been cool if when Xavier was saying all this shit and him and Kofi were like, "Yeah, it's just us now," and Kofi like hit him and it was like, "No, bitch, it's just me." Like I would have loved to see a double turn or something like that because they're all out for themselves. Like I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. I'm excited to see where it goes. Like I'm excited for Raw next week to see if we hear from them again or if they just have a match or what they're doing as a tag team. But you turn on your brother once doesn't mean you're not going to do it again. So I wouldn't trust either one of them as far as I could throw them if I were in their shoes. You know what I mean?
No, there's no rules in love and wrestling. What is it?
I don't know. I never made it up. I was doing the there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in pro wrestling. You can't cry. You can't cry. There's no friends. You don't have any real friends. I've learned that. But I'm not a wrestler. I just learned it in other ways in my life.
Oh,
What's our next topic that we're hitting? Because we got a lot we gotta cover today.
we got Cardona and we got Chris Jericho, Ring of Honor, Hammerstein Ballroom.
Listen, when I think it's finally about time that we saw Matt Cardona show up somewhere else, because I don't know how no one has signed this man yet, because he's everywhere. He calls himself the complete. I just saw on Instagram, which I think is hilarious. But Cardona's everything he does is amazing. He's everywhere. He works his ass off. He gets everybody over that he does things with. He's all over the place. So when he showed up, like on Ring of Honor, I thought it was epic because finally he's showing up in these places where like he can only elevate what's going on. So like I think him and Jericho at Hammerstein is going to be fucking awesome. Like really, really cool. I hope I can go. I hope I can maybe talk to Cardona beforehand or even Jericho because like I think it's gonna be no matter what, a great match between the two of them because they're veterans in this and they're both so good. People give a lot of flack to Jericho, but like I don't really care that they do. I think Jericho is very good at everything he does. He's had a million different angles he's taken in things. He's gotten so many young talent over. He's still doing it in the age that he's doing it. Like you can hate all you want or you could feel your certain kind of ways, but like I think what he does is great and I love this. of what's going on. I know Cardona's been in the news a lot with everything going on with Ricky Starks and all that kind of shit. This is a good way to get a good match out of things without causing negativity and going in there. I think the reaction to Cardona was massive. It was all over the place the minute it happened because people want to see more of him. What he's been doing with GCW is phenomenal. I mean, I love talking to him when I had him on, but I'm excited for this at Hammerstein. And Hammerstein has so much history, that Hammerstein Ballroom, in the sense of what they're going to be doing there. I think it's going to be a great showing. I honestly really want to go and sit there in person and watch this match because I think it's going to be pretty epic. I know it's the end of December. Maybe I can get my ass there on a Sunday, but I think it's going to be really cool. And I'm excited for Cardona and I'm excited for Jericho, but more so for Cardona because I don't know how it's about to be the end of 2024 and this man has not signed to one of these companies yet because he does everything.
I got a conspiracy theory. Is this like a make good? You mentioned the Ricky Starks thing and how Cardona and Ricky Starks, AEW, Superstar, were supposed to have a match at Hammerstein for GCW. And obviously kind of the blowback from Effie's comments and maybe that's why Starks got pulled, etc., etc. Is this maybe a make good, or maybe are they working on something so they can get Starks back on that show? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Listen, I wish I knew what goes on behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. I don't see it as that. I think this is also something that could have already been in the works before that happened, possibly. Like maybe they were like, all right, let's pivot in what we're going to do. I hope to see Ricky doing more. I fucking love Ricky Starks. I think everything he does is awesome. Like he cuts a promo and you're intrigued. When he showed up at GCW, it was like, holy shit, he's here. And he cut a great promo. He's amazing on the mic. He's great in the ring. He has such star quality. I absolutely love Ricky Stark. I want to see more of him in any way possible, which makes me sad because we don't see enough of him, in my opinion. And I think he's quite literally a star, like I've just said. So I hope this can lead to something possibly happening with Ricky, even if it's a different angle of what's happening. I don't want to say it's a make good because, like I said, I don't know. I'm just a fan that watches and knows what I like and knows what I'm excited to see. And it's a match that I'm excited to see. Either way, I think it's still going to be great. I know I'm trying to be like positive in this and I sound like I'm just like beating around the bush, but I'm really not. Like, I think even if this wasn't supposed to happen, it's going to be so good. Like, who cares? And if it was supposed to happen, then we're getting it sooner rather than later, then let's just let it fucking happen. Let's let it roll on and let's just see where it goes. Like, I just think as consumers of pro wrestling, there's so much negativity right now surrounding AEW, surrounding these things, and people are just so quick to be like, this sucks and I hate this. And it's like, okay, but now we're getting something good. Let's not think about why we're getting it or how it got to this point and be like, oh, well, we're not getting this. Like, let's just be happy with what's happening and what's going on and support these wrestlers that come out every week and work their asses off and entertain us at the same time and do these kinds of things because, it is their job, but they also are human beings at the end of the day. And I say this all the time. I just feel like the negativity on social media has been like wild lately. I don't know if it's on my feed. I don't know if you're seeing it too. And like, I can't take it, man. It's crazy. Between that and the OnlyFans girl making $43 million a year, it's like, and what's going on? I can't take it, Tony. I can't. Kayla actually commented about it and she was like, listen, $43 million a year. Like, I felt the same way. Like, am I doing something wrong in my life? I got a degree. I'm trying really hard. I work really hard every week I'll never probably see that kind of money in my lifetime, but like, holy shit, like good for her, like that. And people are so angry about it. And I'm like, why are you angry about it? People are paying for this. Like, why would she say no to it? Like, it's just wild to me. If you don't know, this OnlyFans model had come out and said that she's making $4 million a month on her OnlyFans. $4 million a month.
I chose the wrong career path, apparently. Yeah,
it
you
is,
know what? We're in an interesting time in society.
Right.
You mentioned negativity. Negativity just seems to be all that social media has kind of become for the most part. Yeah, I don't understand this weird obsession with these 15-minute of fame star overnight things. You mentioned the OnlyFans model, the Hawk Tuah girl.
I can't. Don't even get me started.
Has apparently, like, it's like merging all the it's merging all of 2024's like weird like cryptocurrency, OnlyFans, all in one thing, and now she's being sued over people. Why are you investing money in a cryptocurrency for the Hawk Tuah girl? Like, I feel like that's on you. You blew that money. That's like gambling. That's
Literally, you can't even like listen. I feel how I feel about her and her 15 minutes of fame and the fact that she went viral and then decided to get a management team and move to LA. I don't know. I really can't take that's beyond me. But if you're someone sitting there like, yeah, I'm going to take advice from her and invest my money in this or do this, you're the you're the problem. Like I could come out right now and be like, you should definitely do this. Okay, Gabby, why do you think that? Oh, I don't know, because I said so. Okay, cool. I'm gonna lose a bunch of money on you because you say so. In what world is that the advice you're gonna take? In what like am I living in an alternate universe? Like I sometimes sit back and I'm just like, we kind of do it to ourselves. We shoot ourselves in the foot. We make the wrong people famous. I say this all the time. But you can't be mad at the people getting famous and like in the sense of like you're allowing it to happen. So like them profiting off of you giving them everything that they want is not their fault. But I will say her being so confident in it and being like, yeah, do this and like whatever. You're influencing all these people to lose this kind of money. That's where I'm like, yeah, she should face some consequences for that. Like, your influence, you're making millions of dollars, even if people are telling you to do this because you don't have 3 brain cells to put together, that's also on you. Because if I had that much influence, I would be very careful what comes out of my mouth every minute of the day because I would know that possibly I would influence people to do certain kinds of things. I just wish people were a little bit more careful.
I just think it's cashing in. She's obviously, God, I mean, we didn't know who she was until she did a video about
I know
spitting.
nothing about her, by the way.
I don't need to know. Well, I don't need to.
What,
I don't
right.
I don't understand our society's like just we get on this meme and we're gonna like now we're gonna give her a podcast and she's gonna have a podcast people actually listen to because we need to hear what she says. I don't get it. I'm also not a big TikTok guy. I'm like completely lost in the terms of current, what's in, what's out. But
she's not even someone who went viral on TikTok. Like I respect the influencers that are creative and go viral on TikTok and make millions of dollars because like they're working for that. And some of them are funny, they're creative, they come up with these like cool things and they edit videos and like that takes a lot of time. She's not even doing that. I can't. I could go on about that for a very long time. I forget who I was talking to about this and I was just like, I quite literally can't. But the fact that she's literally trending right now because people lost all this money on what was it like meme coin or some kind of shit. I don't know. It's just wild to me. But notice how the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't. Power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Seriously, guys, I do Factor every single week because it's hard for me to meal prep. It's hard for me to keep up with the gym and the podcast and doing all these fun things. Like Factor has helped me so much. I would not talk about it if I did not love it. Whether you like your routine or enjoy mixing things up. Like I do like different kinds of meals. It's not the same meal every day. They're all so different. It's 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add to your box, like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. I've actually had the juices and they're insanely good. I've had the protein shakes. They have these coffee protein shakes. Oh, I have them almost every single day after my workout and they're so good. I like literally have gotten all my friends onto it. It's so great. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor just lets you do you. That's why I like them. They don't try to hold me back. I get to choose from 6 menu preferences to help me manage calories, manage my protein intake, because I do not eat enough protein if I just rely on myself. If you avoid meat or you're keto, anything, it just keeps you balanced. It's really awesome. Head to factormeals.com/50GabbyAF and use code 50GabbyAF to get, you guessed it, 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code 50GabbyAF at factormeals.com/50GabbyAF to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping while your subscription is active. I don't even know what you're waiting for. Go right now.
Let's start with what's your best guess at the WrestleMania main events as of today?
Oh, that's a tough one, actually. Well, because what'd you say?
I said I want to give the credit, but then I looked at the username and it says I don't know if I
Don't even worry. Yeah, I can't. I
don't
don't
even
even
worry
know.
about it. Okay, you have a P. Come on, guys, have PG usernames. Let's go. Come on.
PG usernames and PG questions, but I knew I wasn't going to get any of those because I also was like anything goes because I'm an idiot. So I got a lot of feet questions, which is my favorite, by the way. Unbelievable. Listen, I don't know. All to everybody that makes money doing feet stuff, but not me. Yeah, so I don't know. It's very interesting because there's all those reports now that The Rock is not going to be involved at all in WrestleMania, which I thought he was. And I thought that was going to lead to Cody and The Rock at main eventing WrestleMania, which if you gave me that right now, I'd be happy about it. If you didn't, you're going to have to sell me on something else because it's tough. We have a lot of people that are hurt, not in the picture right now. Because Drew McIntyre's not in the picture. Seth Rollins just came back. You obviously Punk is doing something new and different. And by the way, Rollins and Punk on Raw on Monday was fucking amazing. That's just a side note. But all these big players are still in the talks for stuff. I really don't know because I was looking forward. I'm looking forward to, I want it to be Rock Cody. If that's what you say that I want, I would love to see Cody Rock because I think that that's what we've kind of been led into. Now that they're saying it's not going to happen because of The Rock, like whatever. Do I believe that? I'm not sure. But that would be what I believe to be the main event. And like, I'm guessing we're still, for the women, we're still going on with this feud with Liv and Rhea. So do we continue this feud all the way to Mania? I'm not sure. I don't know how much legs it has left anymore. But it's tough because there's a lot of players still in the mix. Charlotte hasn't come back from injury yet. I really do miss Charlotte. Becky isn't back yet, and those are kind of the big names of people that we want to see back in those kinds of situations. So it's going to be interesting. We still have the Royal Rumble to get through before we even get to WrestleMania anyway. So there's going to be some surprises there, I'm sure, too. Because that's gonna be a factor if you think about it, like who wins the Rumble, because they're going to be challenging people for this kind of stuff anyway.
I think we still get Rock, Cody. I think that's all misdirection. I think it's all just we're trying to distract and maybe lead to the bigger build to that story. We're all gonna obviously nothing really gets into play until Royal Rumble, so
Right.
TBD. TBD.
Yeah, agreed.
Our next question. Let's see. Here we go. From Painkiller 316. Who's on your bucket list to have on your podcast?
Oh, this is a good one. I love this question. I listen, there's so many people that are like a bucket list for me because I've only scratched the surface. Charlotte is probably the female that is my bucket list because she's like the goat to me when it comes to women's pro wrestling, and I just love her. So I think if it comes to women, I would definitely have to say Charlotte Flair. Just saying, Charlotte, we miss you. I miss you on my TV every day. And then it's interesting because when it comes to guys, you would think I'd be like, oh, definitely a wrestler. But honestly, like my bucket list guest is Pat McAfee. I'm obsessed with him. I love everything he does. I think he's insanely entertaining. I think he's insanely talented. I think he's one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. And he's just a good human being, a good person. He's so witty, he's so funny but like he's so smart. He's just really good. And I would love to have him on. I think it would be such an epic conversation because he can talk about so many different things and he's just I just love his energy. Everything about him I just love. I know it just came back that he's going to be full-time on Raw again. Triple H came out and said it, and like that makes me excited because I love when Pat McAfee's there. I mean, the man's incredibly busy, but he's for sure someone I would love to chop it up with just because, like I said, I think the way his brain works and the way he is, like I just think he's so entertaining. He's somebody that like I think comes off exactly how he is and none of it's an act, and he's just funny. He's smart. He's incredibly athletic. Like his run in NXT was ridiculous. Yeah, Pat McAfee for sure. And you would think I would say like Randy Orton because everyone thinks I would say Randy Orton, which, by the way, I would love to have Randy Orton on the podcast, but I think Pat's like my number one guy I would love to have on. I just think it would be pretty epic, honestly. So, yeah, I love Pat McAfee.
How about them Eagles from Mark Seal?
Why? Okay, here's the thing.
I'm gonna butcher this. Mark Ciolfi, and I should know it because I'm a Paisan like you and I. But
Yeah, it's fine. He's an Eagles fan. He's probably used to disappointment. Um, here's my thing. I interview Brandon Graham on my live show in Philly. You know, I was there. We were partying. It was a phenomenal live show. More live shows to come soon, by the way. So everyone, stay tuned for that. But Brandon Graham, amazing human being, one of my favorite people in the world. Super incredibly nice guy. By the way, shout out to Brandon Graham, injured for the season, and it's his last season. He's literally played the Eagles his entire career, and he's retiring now. I mean, he's a legend. But just because I love Brandon Graham and I had him on and it was an amazing interview when we were in Philly, that does not make me an Eagles fan, guys. I will say this, my disdain for them has probably lessened much more than I used to have, because they kind of took me in when I was at Xfinity Live for my live show and everything. Like the Eagles, all the Eagles, I met a couple of Eagles fans as well, that were players that were there as well, and they were super, super nice. And the fans like loved it. They gave me a Hurts jerseys. They were like all about it. So like I don't hate the Eagles anymore. I love Barkley. I think he's fucking unreal, and he went to Penn State like me, so I can't hate him. And he's having an incredible season. The Eagles are playing very well right now, so I can't say that I hate them. And like I said, BG's my guy and I love him. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, I love the Eagles, they're my team, because that's called jumping on a bandwagon. But my disdain for them has definitely lessened, I will say.
I'm so happy.
But yeah, I don't hate them.
I feel like, God, he was, and you're a Penn State alum, so you can speak to this. He was such a beast in college.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people criticize the pick, but like when the Giants took him, I'm like, this is, one of the best players in this draft. Unfortunately, the Giants were never able to put an offensive line around him.
Right.
Quarterback play, consistent coaching. I mean, every time I saw him get the ball, he was already 3 yards in the backfield with defenders, all on top of him.
Yeah.
So to see him get to shine, and again, the revitalization of the running back position in the NFL this year between him and Derrick Henry, I mean, it's been, I'm a huge fan of that. And God, the backward hurdle, I mean, that's iconic. It's
insane. Did you ever see Did you see the video of the Eagles players on the sideline reacting to seeing him do that? It's one of my favorite videos I've ever seen in my life, because like I love like the sideline stuff and when they're mic'd up, because I just love some of the personalities on these guys. But the reaction video of them watching him, like his own teammates, is if you haven't seen the video, you need to see it because it's fucking awesome. But that's one of my favorite videos ever, because people are like, how does this person exist? Like, how did that even really happen? Like, nobody does that. And also, like, from all things that I've heard, I've never got to meet him. He's like a good dude. Like, he doesn't let it get to his head. He's not he's not doing dumb shit. Like, he's, open about being a good father and like all these kinds of things. Like, he just seems like a normal, good dude who's incredibly talented and incredibly good at football and doesn't let it get to his head like a lot of other people can easily do, or have an ego, or you know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't even put it past him if he did, because he's that good that he should, but he's so young that like by the time his career ends, like he's going to be in the history books like Barkley. It's like not even, it's actually insane that he's as young as he is and as good as he is.
The tears being shed from the eyes of joy of you and Tom Hannafin.
Fuck Tom Hannafin. I was just going to say this, by the way. I'm happy you brought it up. Okay. Tom Hannafin, if you're listening, which maybe you are, maybe you're not, whatever.
The show.
He put on Ask Gabby, like, oh, is it necessary? I don't remember what he wrote. Is it necessary for New Jersey to be a state? Ha ha ha. Like, oh, you're so funny, Tom Hannafin. By the way, that's my Tom Hannafin voice, because that's how he speaks. Yeah, Tom, the only state worse than New Jersey is Philadelphia. So kiss my ass. Okay,
And
you're an ass. Talk
we're
about New
not going to
Jersey.
get another Xfinity Live. We're not going to get another live show at Xfinity
Listen, we
anytime.
still could, but like him talking shit about New Jersey is hilarious to me. Like, it's not like you're from Philly. Like, why are you talking shit about New Jersey if you're from Philly? We're all in this one
I
together. We're
mean,
all East Coast. We all get shit talked about us. Like,
Philly's basically South Jersey anyway, so you know.
ugh, yeah. Well, him trying to talk shit about New Jersey is hilarious to me, Tom Hannafin, because that's funny. I'll remember that. I can't be as mad at you because you went to Penn State too, and that's what we talk about. Whatever. But like, call me out again, see what happens. He thinks he's funny. Everybody knows you're not funny. Your commentary's not funny. We know Matt's the funny one. Just saying.
Ouch.
His back's
Ouch.
got to hurt carrying you on the commentary team. What do you think
Ooh,
about that?
shots fired. Oh my.
Just saying. Just saying. Shout out TNA, by the way, who booked LA and New York.
Hey, look at them going to the UBS arena, state of the art, brand new arena. New York, my New York Islanders play there.
Ugh.
I'm excited to see how they do. Just a lot of momentum for TNA off of
Yeah.
like the cross branding with NXT. Obviously, they've been selling out a lot of their shows recently, so you know, I guess that's the next step. Is let's take it to a bigger arena. I'm excited. I hope to be at the show. I know you will as well. Hopefully, we'll be there together. You know, throwing back a few and getting
Yeah.
wild.
Because I wouldn't go there
Yeah.
for an Islanders game. I'd be
Well,
there for I only, I'm a Rangers fan. I support
You know, maybe Tom
the
had
New
a
York
point
teams.
about why have a state of New Jersey when it claims neither NFL team to play there claim New Jersey, and the most Jersey person I know doesn't claim their only professional sports franchise. Maybe Jersey's not. Maybe Tom's right.
Well,
Maybe
you have the New Jersey Nets too, but
no, they're the Brooklyn Nets now.
oh, whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what?
true.
Been
Yeah.
like 10 years more.
I don't know. I don't really watch the NBA because I don't know. It's kind of boring to me. But listen, I think you can't really compare New York and New Jersey. It's apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? Like New York's the mecca of everything. And then
Not
yeah,
people.
New Jersey's great, but like I don't like the Devils just because I'm from New Jersey.
I thought that was
I
like
don't
the
even
whole.
like the Jets or the Giants.
Well, they're not
Like
really
MetLife
Jersey.
is or
If
MetLife
you
is around
can't
the corner from
claim
me.
if you can't claim the name of your state, then they don't get either. I don't think of the Jets or Giants as New York or New Jersey. I think of them as well, terrible football franchises, honestly. But
It's
no,
very
I mean,
sad,
listen,
by the way.
honestly, it's just a whole lot of people wishing that they could have the Connecticut pizza. That's to me where I see here. It's just a lot
No,
of anger, a lot of
please.
angst.
Jersey's got great pizza and the bagels are
It does.
phenomenal.
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the tri-state area, you can't go wrong with pizza here.
Oh, I'm gonna get pizza today. I'm hungry. I had a lot of pizza on my birthday.
Yeah, how was your birthday party? There's a Ask Gabby question for me. You know, how was
Oh,
your birthday
wow.
party?
It was good. We actually went out in the city, watched. Literally, I just drank tequila, got burgers with my friends at like a really big sports bar that was in the city and watched football. And like that's all I ever want. And so it was pretty great. And then it was Thanksgiving a few days later. So, no, yeah, a few days later because I celebrated my birthday not on my actual birthday because it was the day before Thanksgiving. Um, it's kind of sucks. And I'll say this for anybody that has a birthday near a holiday. It's kind of bullshit. We kind of get the shit end of the stick because everyone's like, oh, can I combine presents? Because it's like the holidays, or, oh, I'm so busy because I'm traveling for the holidays. I can't make it for your birthday. Like, what the fuck? It pisses me off. And I'm going to say this for everybody. And I guarantee you, everyone that has a birthday near a holiday understands this. We get the shit end of the stick. It's what it comes down to at the end of the day. We do, because it's always an excuse. It's always traveling. It's always people are spending money because it's the holidays, which is great. But it's like, I was born too. And I came out for your birthday in August, Jenna. Spent all that money for you. Can't
Hold up,
fucking make it
Jenna.
out on a Sunday for my birthday.
I got a son. My son, Leo, has his birthday right before Christmas, so he's gonna face the same thing,
Yeah,
which
it's
is also pretty
bullshit.
much. Well, it's also why I couldn't come to your birthday party because kids and all that.
Well,
So
you
it's a
have children and
never-ending
a
cycle.
wife.
I know. Well, I
A
know,
lot
but
of my friends are single like me, so you have no excuse.
yeah.
God forbid.
You know what? The
I
funniest part of
digress.
having kids is like when you're single and don't have children and you think you have no time to do anything. Wait till you get married. Wait till you have kids. Like you rue the wastefulness of your free time that you had because you you really have no time when you have kids. But
Yeah.
But you know what, though? Thanksgiving, if you're going to have a birthday around a holiday, at least, you get the birthday aspect of things. So you get gifts, hopefully, and then you get the good day of all the good food and family and friends.
Well, the
So it's
worst
kind of,
thing is if your birthday, like my birthday sometimes have been on Thanksgiving. This year it was the day before. The worst is when it's after Thanksgiving or like the day after, because then I'm so incredibly full and swollen and fat from all the food that I don't want to dress cute and go out for my birthday and drink because I'm like my own turkey rolling around and I'm so full and exhausted from eating everything that I can't even celebrate myself. It's a shame to everyone. But anyway, enough about me. I digress. Let's do one more question.
I got one more question. Let's end on a fun note. From Tornado TP. In my head, that's tornado toilet paper. So,
Oh yeah,
right.
that's for
Which is
sure.
what happened. What we could call, again, having kids. That's basically a daily occurrence in the bathroom is tornado toilet paper time with recently
Gross.
throwing toilet paper. They're
Thank you for
throwing
that.
toilet paper everywhere. I mean, come on, it's
Appreciate
clean. Off the road.
appreciate that.
That TMI. Listen, dad
I don't
life.
care.
If you were at Hulk Hogan's karaoke bar, what would be your song of choice? And oh my God, I would love to hear Gabby sing karaoke. That would just be phenomenal. So I'm
Telling you
excited.
right now what my song of choice is. It's been my song of choice. Always the song I request at every bar. Last Resort by Papa Roach is my song.
You're gonna sing "Last Resort" by Papa Roach at a bar. I mean,
Yeah.
this is content. This is something we have to get because
It's one of the greatest songs of all time.
I mean, are
You
you gonna like shout
can
it? Are you gonna like be like all
yeah,
into it? Are you gonna?
because it gets you going. It gets the people going, dude. Like you can run to it, you can run from it, you can make love to it, you can fight to it, you can
It's
work
not about
out to
suicide.
it.
Get you going
It
to the
gets
great.
you going. It is one of the greatest songs of all time. There was a karaoke night at a bar here in Hoboken the other day, and they were playing like all the cheesy shit, like ABBA and like Journey, like whatever. Great. They get people excited, whatever. I was like, put on Last Resort Papa Roach. I said to the bartender, and he was like, Gabby, because he knows me. I don't go that much, but
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, Gabby, really? Like Last Resort Papa Roach? And I was like, yeah. And the other bartender was like, absolutely do it. That song came on. When I tell you, like the vibe, the energy, like what people are doing, it is so fucking good. Like I say this if I was a UFC fighter, which I'll never be, that's my walkout song because it hits every emotion. It's so good. Everyone knows it. And it's just like, it ramps you up. I need music that's gonna like wake people up. You know what I mean? Like it's so good. It's
Funny enough,
so good.
that was like our I guess you call it walkout music for the football team in high school. Um, and I thought it was odd again coming out to Papa Roach Last Resort in high school, a song about basically suicide. But hey, it revs some people up. So
Listen, it's a headbanger. You don't have to make it a downer. You know what I mean? It's a headbanger. I don't think that you don't have to follow the message of it, but it's so good. You can't tell me that first line when he sings it and he's just banging it like so good. It's so good. Oh,
so as we say goodbye here today, do we want to plug? We got the new merch in our store on Shopify.
oh
We've got
yeah, guys, I have merch now. Where the fuck? Go get the merch. Like I don't understand what's happening. Like yeah, we have the store on Shopify. If you're not following me on all socials for all the updates of things, because I might be scoping out Indy very soon for possibly a live show, possibly some interviews, some fun things happening during Rumble weekend, which WrestleCon will be there as well, all these kinds of fun things. Before we head into obviously WrestleMania, where I'll also be, and that's Vegas. And if you think I'm not going buck fucking wild in Vegas and doing crazy shit for Gabby AF, you're out of your mind. I've never been to Vegas. It's going to be insane. So follow me on Instagram at Gabby's Pizza, on Twitter at Gabby's Pizza, but also follow obviously Gabby AF on Instagram as well, Gabby AF Pod. And if you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing on YouTube because I have a lot of fun kind of content stuff that's going to be coming out soon. We're going to be going live on YouTube very soon for different kinds of things. I have a lot coming up in 2025 because I think this has to be the year of Gabby AF. I think I've been a little too nice with my content lately. I think I've been a
you've been
little too
nice.
safe. I think I've been safe in
We're
the
all in
things
trouble.
that in my experiences and the things that I know and the people I know and the interviews I could do. I think I've been safe. And I think 2025 is really going to be the year of the push for me. And we're going to have some fun with it.
You're
I'm not
getting
going to
the
be coming
rocket
out for,
strapped to your back. You're getting pushed to the main event.
I'm being pushed to the main fucking event. I'm just, life is too short. and I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. We're going to interview who I want to interview, talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I'm not going to deal with the bullshit of people in the past who pretend they give a shit and they don't care. I'm over all that. I'm turning over a new leaf. We're not living in the past anymore. This is a brand new year, and it's a brand new Gabby AF. So I appreciate you for sticking around. If you have since the beginning, if you're new here, we're going to be getting some cool stuff going. So continue on with me. I'm blessed to have all of you listening. I hope you have a good time. We're going to have a lot more of these kind of podcasts where we just kind of chat it out and talk about the big topics from the week. I love you all so much. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope December is great for you. Try to stay warm if you are where I am and it's been snowing. And yeah, let's look ahead. It's almost the new year. Got some good shit coming. Until then, be safe. Everyone have a great weekend, and we will see you again next week. Till then, Tony, LYMNB, love you most, no backs.